Welcome back to the channel. Today we got another fun little project. 2008 Silverado 2-wheel drive, single cab, long bed, not coolest. So we're going to do short bed, but also bought a frame. It was a cab frame, slightly wrecked. We're going to fix that. We're going to put this whole cab engine, so the frame that I got has a transmission, has all the driveline except for the engine. It was a 4.8 truck. So we're going to just basically swap the cab, swap the engine from this one, and it's going to be single cab, short bed, 4-wheel drive. So stay tuned, let's get after it. So this is it in all its glory. As said, just a little tiny dunker on the frame right there. So the rest of it is pretty straight. The frame seems okay. So we're just gonna cut it probably back here somewhere and just weld on my frame. But I mostly stripped it out. There's not a whole lot left. We're about ready to pull the cab and short bed. So let's keep going. Cab's off. Did some rigging, but we got it off. Hopefully we can put the other one on with less drama, but frame's pushed back. We'll take the cab away, put it somewhere out of the way, and then we'll start taking the other one apart. Bed's off. Next step, we're gonna start taking off the front, take the bumper off, and all this loose miscellaneous stuff, and then we should be able to get ready to start lifting the cab, I guess. Harness is unplugged, brake is off the booster, most of the hoses. So what I'm going to try and do is lift the cab and the front clip all as one, just straight up in the air, and then roll the chassis back. Hopefully, we'll see. We'll give that a shot first, and then otherwise I'll have to pull the fenders and all that sort of good stuff off the core support and blah blah blah. But if we can save a little bit of time, we'll try that first. Got the cab off last night. Not 100% sure if it's OSHA approved, but we got it done. We just pushed the engine back underneath out, and then I towed it away. So get the engine swapped over, and then we should be able to put the new frame back under it. Alright, it's finally back in its hole. We did a little frame repair, as you saw before. Had that little frame ding, repaired that. Engine, resealed it. New engine mounts, if you believe it, both engine mounts were buggered. Put another pump in it, had low oil pressure, modified the little relief valve. Got to bolt up the torque converter, a drive shaft, exhaust, button up a few other things while it's easy to get to, and then we'll be able to put it on the frame, the cab on the frame, sorry. It's all back in. Everything's all attached, bolted. I'm gonna get a new belt because the belt was pretty average. So I put new engine mounts because the engine mounts were bad, a few other little things on the engine, oil pan gasket, so on and so forth. But yeah, it's all back down. We'll probably test fit the bumper, but we'll see. It might be dark, you might not get to see it. But now it's a short bed guy. So we'll put the bed on probably a little bit later. So next on my list of things to do, this thing has a tremendous rake. Not really for me. We're probably gonna have it leveled out or maybe a little bit lower in the front, even though it is four-wheel drive. I still want it to be kind of cool, sport, street truck. So we're gonna cut the bump stops off, and then it's got 2-inch blocks in it, or bigger, I'm not even sure. I think they're 2-inch blocks. I take the blocks out, and then I ordered some extended shackles, and then hopefully should get us at least pretty close to level. And then you know, maybe later on do a flip kit. So while the bed's off, I'm going to cut the bump stops out, because it's a lot easier to do it now than when the bed and everything's back on it. So let's do that. Got the template made up, little drawing for the four-wheel drive selector. Womp womp. So I'm going to cut that out, and then we'll almost have four-wheel drive. It'll be pretty close. Getting closer. The selector's in. Does all kinds of selecty things. So that's good. And now we just got to do front hubs. I'm going to put a switch for the actuator, probably somewhere here, so we can switch it, because this does not have the wiring for it. But I still obviously need to be able to switch into four-wheel drive. Alright, this is the last key to the puzzle. This is going to be the four-wheel drive switch. As you can see, there's the four-wheel drive actuator solenoid. I'll hit it on the dash and I'll show you. So this is where I put it. I mean, this cubby's, you know, pretty small to do anything with. So when you flick it on, it takes a second. Oh, that's the light. That's the light to let me know it's still on. I may put a little cover over it because it's pretty bright, but it's kind of, you know, the idea, so you know when you're still in four-wheel drive. So that's pretty much it for the four-wheel drive. Got my CV shafts in, new hubs, legit four-wheel drive truck now. Alright, thanks for coming along. If you got any more questions about the swap or the conversion or whatnot, you know, just send me a message. But it wasn't too bad. A lot of fluffing around. It couldn't be done without another frame. Lifting the cab, you know, it's a bit of a drama, but you know, it is what it is. But now it's four-wheel drive, just what I needed. The other V6 to V8 swap truck finished, drove around for a couple of weeks, already sold. But this truck is probably going to hang around for a little bit. I need a four-wheel drive, gas, with the price of diesel right now. So it's nice to drive. It's a pretty good truck too. So I'm going to get it painted eventually, probably lower it just a little bit. So hey, if you're mildly entertained, leave a thumbs up, and thanks for watching.